Okay, so we shut the machine off, we let whatever product is left run out, and we're going to start to disassemble the machine. Okay, we'll move into our next step. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to unplug the spindle. Okay, we're going to take our keeper pin out, and we'll put it right into our bus container. We're going to pull the spindle straight up and out of our way. Okay. This will not go to the back with the rest of the parts. This will stay in the front of the house because this is a very important piece of the machine. Now you'll notice there's a caution sticker on here. We're not to put this in water. This is the motor. As soon as this goes into water, it's not going to work anymore. Okay? We also want to be careful not to drop this or to pull the machine by the spindle because it'll bend. This will be at a round, and then we'll have to repair it. Okay, so be very careful with this. It's an expensive piece. It's something we need to be very careful. So we'll keep this off to the side. Now we can take out our actuating rod. We can put that into the bus container. Remove our handle, same thing. And we can start to loosen our hand knobs. Now finger tight is fine for these. We never want to use a tool to tighten them down, because if I put this head back on with a tool and then somebody comes after me to take it off and doesn't have that tool, they're not going to get it off. Okay, so we'll take our hand knobs and put it in. Now to get our head off, you can put your fingers back here, okay, or we can slowly start to rock it back and forth as we pull forward. Now notice I kept that bucket there because we still have a little bit of water that comes out. But we can see we did a good job cleaning. We don't have much left over here. We got a little bit on the inside of the head, but that's okay. So we'll put this into our container. Now we want to take the beater shaft out. Let's make sure we rotate it so that we have a blade on the top and a blade on the bottom. When we pull this out, we want to make sure we're sliding on that blade so we're not damaging our cylinder. Okay? So slide right out. We'll put that into our container. And we can see we did a pretty good job cleaning here. All right? Now, when this stuff goes back to the sink and we have the head exposed and everything open, this is where we'll do our brushing of the inside of the cylinder. Okay, now you can use the sanitizer that you took out of the machine if you still have it handy, or we can mix up another bucket. And we're going to take this, which is not for the bathroom or for the toilet, okay? This is only for the machine. It's designed to fit perfectly in our cylinder, okay? And again, we want to have a brushing motion and a scrubbing motion to make sure that we're really doing a good job cleaning. Okay, we can rotate as we're brushing. Make sure we get out that film of milkstone, okay? Nice and clean. We're going to go ahead and bring the parts to the sink. Hand washing is fine. Warm soapy water is fine, okay? Then we'll go over putting it back together, sanitizing it, and starting it up with mix. Like this brush that we have for in here. This comes in your spare parts kit if you don't have any more, or they're lost or they're damaged, okay, or worn down, we can get you some more. Also in the spare parts kit are some additional brushes. So we'll go ahead and take this off. Now another very important piece of the machine is this. Okay, now if you've ever had anything coming out of here and you want to know why, it's very simple. When that beater shaft goes in with that seal in the back, it seals off that hole. Okay, without that seal there, the water is going to go into the machine, into a tray. Okay, the tray is about that big, and it runs attached to this tube out the front. So when we sanitize, if we ever see anything coming out of here, it's because that shaft seal is not there. Okay, or it's damaged, it needs to be replaced. So also with this, because we want to see something coming out of here, because that'll tell us we have a problem, we need to make sure that this tube is clean. Okay, so we have a couple different brushes here. This really long one, we'll use this for there. Okay, and you're going to push all the way back until you can't push anymore. So that's the tray that I'm hitting. And we just want to make sure that this is nice and clean. Our brush comes out clean. Okay. Another brush we have is this one. Okay, and this one. Now you can use these for the hole up top, the mixed feed tube right here. Okay, you can use this one as well. We can use a smaller one to get into any crevices or anything that we still see has some spots on it. Okay, and we can also use these when we're cleaning the head, and we'll go through that.